Everybody. I'm just going to start us off with an ad while I get everything set up.
Are you tired of trying to play your games and being stuck waiting for an opponent to make their move? Are their turns taking so long that you can prepare a 3-course meal in the time that it takes for their turn to process? Well, luckily, the future scientific minds at Lightmare Studios have devised a great new system, simultaneous turns. Now, while your opponent is making their turn, you're making your turn at the same time, and everything resolves at once. Use this to outplay, outsmart, and outmaneuver your opponents. For more information and to get involved, check out InfinityWarsClassic.com.
Alright. Welcome everybody. Another action-packed stream featuring Jason. Alright, so first off, I want to decide, do we want to make a new deck today? Because we tried this spawn jank and it's definitely got some ideas to it, but it's not great so far. I'm not a huge fan. Throw them away. Did we? Right, I don't think throwing away is going to be that good anymore. Confused by 2. I don't think that... Okay. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe let's try the spawn jank some more. We'll see how we go with that. So, buffing beasts, making beasts. Fair enough, let's bring the main screen up so people can see this full screen. This is the deck we're working with so far. It's got the cold shot, Rancid is a finisher type, launch control. Looking at it now, I'm noticing that there's not a whole lot of beasts, and if we really want to make the most of Defiant Hermit, I feel like it needs more beasts. So let's see what we can find. Does the keyword search feature work yet? If I just type in beast. No, it just shows up beast of bird. Alright, fair enough. Nope. Alright. Duplicate paste. Caretaker. I mean, caretaker could work if we had other things that also did things. Hey, welcome Shadow Ignition. Phil's birthday, man. Hells yeah. We did it, we survived. Now, let's just run Caretaker for a bit and see how this goes. We'll get rid of Devil. And I think Rabid Rabbit might also be a potential choice. Let's get rid of... one of those. I guess we'll get rid of him for now. And we might just ditch Cold Shot. It's not really doing that great for us at this point. Or if it is, I'm just not great at using it. I mean, if the card is only as good as the player, then this is a crap card, if you know what I'm saying. Happy birthday, Jason. Feels good, mate. Yeah, thank you. Appreciations. I'm old now. I'm approximately 1 older than I was, which I'm pretty sure is how it works. Alright, let's see who we end up matched into. I'm okay just sitting here in the queue for a bit though. Move that away. And just chuck us to this screen just for a little bit. Yay, fossil! Yeah. Welcome SRN347. Happy birthday. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome to the party. This is the party, by the way. I didn't have a actual birthday party planned out. I had a dinner planned with just the people I live with, and half of them didn't show up, and the pork got burnt because someone thought cooking something at 275 degrees Celsius was appropriate because the recipe told them to. I cannot recall having to ever cook anything over 230, 240 at maximum. And they're like, 275, that'll be fine. We'll just crank the oven up like beyond its maximum number. That's fine. That'll be great. And yeah, the house got very smoky. There were fire alarms involved. So yeah, happy birthday to me. So, we can talk about the patch a little bit while we're here. Because we had a patch that went out, but we didn't have time to test it or run the patch notes because there's just a lot of stuff in it. We haven't released a patch in about a month, and that was because we had one of our team members, Ruben, unfortunately came down with a hard case of I'm a father now, and unfortunately has to take care of that, and it's awesome seeing baby pictures and how happy they are and all that good stuff. But at the same time, it left us with one less amazing coder, because, you know, they're both... All of our coding team is damn amazing. And we had to pick up the slack. And unfortunately, because Ruben was a little bit busy with more important things, I'm happy to say, they didn't really give us the handoff document of here's what you gotta do, here's how you gotta do it sort of list. So we were left with half a patch. We had to figure out the rest of it. It took us some time. Welcome, Admiral Obvious, to the game. Let's jump back into the main screen. Alright. Triple Overseers. Well, that's unfortunate that Defiant Hermit doesn't trigger on Angels. Also, is it just me, or should Luca Ascended be angel/human? It feels... I don't think they abandon their humanity when they become Ascended. I don't think that's how that works. Let's... Doink. I think that's literally all I want to do this turn. I think that's all I really can do for maximum efficiency. Field engineer. Interesting. Okay. No one costs here means it's a little bit awkward of a turn. If we didn't sacrifice that, we could have Brings Life by Passing on turn 2 and have 4 energy on turn 3, but we didn't think that far ahead. Sorry, I didn't think that far ahead. Alright. Bloodthirst paying off. Okay. Let's get a Caretaker. sure that that isn't killed so I can start caretakering it, and then Varnash is going to just bring out a bunch of buffs to the beasts. So's Defiant Hermit. In theory, at least. Okay, what do we got? 412 guy. What? Interesting. Very interesting. So, oh, he's just, I can't interact with him. Wait, can I? Okay. So I can mouse over these guys and they appear, but I mouse over him, nothing happens, because he's probably dead. Is he dead? Deadly didn't proc. There's nothing to stop Deadly from going off. So he should be dead. Well, fair enough. Trigger that more, so I'm going to move that there. Varnash, done. Can we double? No, we can't double Varnash. That's going to cause some problems if I put that there, I'm assuming. I'm just going to quickly do a bug report. Hold on, I should make sure I use the names of the cards. So, Zealous Protector didn't die to Dirty Devil. There we go. Alright, that's the turn. Wait, hold on. Activate you. Exhaust you. Bunch of effects. Yep. Bunch of effects. Buffs. Welcome, Gamepedia. We'll not be doing IWC gaming tonight, but happy birth, Jason! Hey! Appreciations, yo! We've already broke the game on my first game of the day, by the way. We got a Dirty Devil with 0 health. It tried to kill a Zealous Protector and failed. But, yeah, aside from that, we're good. Let's put a Consume in front, I guess. Here. Put you out here. Doink. Throw you out here, I guess. Oh, we should keep one of these in the back. So that pops there, that pops here, and that pops off as well. Humans, they don't have any humans. Oh, they have Field Engineer. That's going to take 2 damage. Cool. Okay, now with this new card, we're creating so many tokens. Welcome, Deadlord. Happy birthday, Jason. Ah, thank you. Appreciations. Welcome to the party. Dude, Tempest is getting buff. Yeah, we get it. We get it. Yep, still buffed. Very buff. Yep, totally understandable. 23. Don't. Infected Devil goes down by 1. That's awesome. Okay, we don't have any board wipes here, and we don't have any flying or anti-flying. So that's just gonna keep existing and keep destroying us. I don't think we even have any in our deck. Okay, so that is permanent, so I don't have to play Infected Devil this turn, which is great. Do we just go plunder? Nah, I don't think so. I think play that out. And let's throw away one of the Brings Life by Passings. I don't think we need all 3. That should be sufficient. Yeah. Good enough. I'm happy with that. Alright, let's see him smack me up some more. Oh, nice. Huge buffs. I should have thrown something with Consume over there. Dang it. Alright. That's a huge chunk. Alright, we got 1 turn left. Alright. Alright, we can do 4 damage to her. Alright, we did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Yay! Okay, Consume. Chuck you over there. Alright, that's good enough. I'm going to put this out here. Lower the attack a little bit. Consume. You don't have Consume either. Those are the 3 that don't have Consume. Everything else should be fine. 3 here. Activate that. Activate that. Activate that. Draw a card. Demonize! Oh my god. We have a chance. We have a chance. It's not a big one. But we have a chance. Oh my god, we have a chance. Oh no, that kills Vanash. I totally forgot about that. Alright, that's gonna have to potentially change. I can't have my own Vanash getting killed off. Now I got nothing to discard. Nothing to buff except for Hermit. Look at how buff the bunny is getting. Awesome. New caretaker. Alright, awesome. He thought he was going to win that turn. Oh, the buff. Fair, fair. Alright. Caretaker comes out. Buff that with that. Lost Knight, I think, is a good call here. That's not doing anything. I need a way to deal with that. 4 damage. Another lost night. Okay, cool, cool. I'm not 100% sure. I think that just smacks me 3 times and I'm out. I think. Unless I can dig up another one with the demonizers or something. So hopefully he swings in and gets a plunder off. Top 3 characters in the graveyard, move the game, cool. Okay, blipping their away again. That's good, we'll take that. Alright. What? Why aren't things just dying? My things just don't die. What is going on? Why won't you die? Okay, that's busted. It's bussin'. Okay. We didn't get any demonized. But that's okay. Chuck these guys here. I'm gonna move this one here over here as well so I know, because these are dead. We'll leave our dead things at the back of the support zone and not like in the way somewhere. Activate on you. Exhaust. So I need a different thing for each of these, it seems like, just from the card's wording. Again, I don't have any humans out at the moment, except for you. I'm okay with you taking 2 damage, though. You gotta buff the everythings. And I think we'll play another one of these. And the box was popped. Oh no, I don't think we don't have any flying things. So I guess we just move that over there as well. Yep. They unfortunately got us there. And they destroyed our location. Alright. Look at how buff our backline is. This could have been a totally different story if we had just a little bit more time. Oh, we got them! We got them to the tie at least. Alright. That's not bad. We'll take a tie. We'll take a draw. Hey, the title. Flying Overhead. We'll take it. Thank you, level 81. Nice. It's good times. Alright, so. We need to make a change to the deck at some point. Oh, the double XP stuff is going on too. Get in the game today, guys. Need to make a change to the deck because Vanash is great for throwing away and discarding. And Hermit seems to be great for buffing up beasts, and now that we have the Caretaker of the Young, we get a lot of beasts. But then, he also kills Vanash. And that's a problem. That's a problem. How do we stop that? Is there a way we can keep Vanash alive? I mean, if we used like a box, right? We could blip him away before thing triggers and he'd be fine. But we don't have any overseers in this deck, so we don't get the chance to do that at this purity. Okay, 1 COV, 1 Exiles, and 1 Warpath. There's nothing really just to make humans safer and to buff humans. Are we just gonna have to potentially change out Vanash? Unique character healer. Warpath has a card that says heal. Right, that's the forecast matriarch, I think. Matriarch. All characters in your support zone heal. So I'd have to play him out. But once I play him out, he'd be good. This is a slow deck, and it seems to be getting slower, but I'm not against that idea. Wait, hold on. If I deploy him from the command zone to the support zone, how much more in danger is he as a character? I mean, we got like the COV spell that hits the support zone specifically. Alright, what else do we have? What are there other options? I could have sworn there was a Warpath thing that, like, you could overcharge it and it buffed another card. Hold on. Once was clean. It has overcharge. It's a beast. It's a demon. Interesting. I'm getting feelings about once was clean. Okay, not sure what's going on there. One cost heal. Oh, there is that one cost heal spell, right? I don't know if that's going to be value. I want to have something that has multiple forms of value. Pay 5, exhaust, heal all other friendly characters for half their health. So I'd pay 5 to heal him too. Value. We need that. Shockwave, no. Ooh, fun little location. Rising of an ancient civilization. Or just a letter. Man, is a letter just the obvious answer here? I think a letter just might be the obvious answer there. Alright, so we're replacing Spawn with a letter, I guess. Defiant Hermit is just going to trigger and kill a letter too then. Alright, fair enough. Let's do it. So Spawn replaced with a letter. Wait, hold on. Let's take a look at Spawn. Haste. Oh, with Haste, you could probably get away with throwing him on in deck then. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. So throw that there. Choose you. What's going on? Okay, it just needed to do that apparently. Alright. Wait, hold on, what's this one do? Pay 5, random beast in your deck, cost 4 or less. Place a support zone. Okay. So it's a way to force summon beasts without needing my hand. That's not bad. But no, we'll go Caretaker. Oh, okay, cool. So now that we've got that, we need to get Spawn, which was a 3 cost. Where's Spawn? It's a 3 cost, right? I was probably hiding with the Exiles cards because it's a half and half. Welcome, welcome, Admiral! More Beast Tribal. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Oh, I didn't mean to press that button. I meant to press that one. Alright. So let's hit save and just take a look at this. So we've got a letter to keep him alive. Defiant Hermit to kill him a little bit, but a letter's going to keep him alive, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be good. Good draw last game. Yeah, it was really well played. I got real lucky and managed to top deck one of my Demonizers and save me from the big swinger 30-30 with flying. I don't have a whole lot to deal with flying at this point. Like, I've got 3 Death Rays. I just didn't draw any of them. I've got Hubris, which is a great thing to just buff down people. Again, just didn't get them. Got both my Rakals, got both my Lost Knights. I don't know if you saw the Dirty Devil that was in play that had 4 attack and 0 health and just wasn't participating in combat, but that was fun. I think that was a birthday, but birthday. I think that was a bug on my end. I think that was a visual bug. It was a birthday bug. Fuck it. It was a birthday bug on my end. We don't need to worry about that. All right. Okay. I think this is decent. Actually, no. There was that one change that I wanted to make of adding in a new card just to see how it plays. First unit dies and always sticks around, at least for multiplayer. That's not a bug I've experienced very often, so I'm a little confused by that. Alright, so there was a card around 5 costs that looked real interesting. Once was clean, here we go. It's got haste, gets a... Wait, that's a minus. Oh, I thought that was plus 10 plus 10. Okay. Okay. Now I need to reevaluate this. Hold on. So it's a 5 cost. It does trigger overcharge, which means I do get to discard something. But then it's a 20 attack, 1 health. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if that's worth 5. Is it worth 5? I get the overcharge trigger, which is nice. I get to set things up for additional damage later, but like, is that good? I don't know if that's good. No, I think I'm just going to bail on that idea. I was excited by it earlier, but like, now that I've actually read the card, I'm just like, oh, ill. Combine it with Primal Fury, or was it Primal Rage? I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I have that at 1 Warpath. We've got a bit of a janked up setup at the moment. Alright. Let's jump back into a queue and see who we end up against this time. Gives 2/2 life for a turn. That might be 2 purity, I think. I could be misremembering. There's a lot of cards in this game. Oh no! We're up against a more bugged deck. A literal bug deck. Alright. Let's recycle. Turn 1 recycle, baby. Alright. I'm just going to pay to buff that. Okay, we got a lot of bugs coming out. Alright, I'm just gonna buff him. Primarily is a 2-cost 1 purity. Huh. Okay, fair enough. Alright. I think that's everything I want to do this turn. Agent Coil is calling me. I don't know if he knows that we're streaming or not. Okay, I'm gonna just assume that he wants... Oh, you know what I forgot? I'm supposed to be in the room. I'm supposed to be in the summit room. That's what I forgot. I'm supposed to be with everybody else. I'm supposed to be hanging out with people. I completely forgot. Whoopsie. Hello, hello, welcome people.
Oh, hello.
Alright, back to the game. Alright. 1. So we got bugs getting buffed up. That's just going to keep happening all game.
Bugs are the best.
What was that, sorry?
My bugs are the best.
Yeah, apparently. I'm a little scared, to be honest. Not 100% sure how to beat his... Now my mother is calling me. Everyone wants to call me on my birthday. Alright, hold on. What am I doing? What do I want to actually do? Hold on. That should be... Recycle a rabbit. That should be fine. Alright. So I fixed up what was wrong. Everything's cool. Everything's chill. Eggy Plant says happy birthday in the chat. Ah, adorables. Alright. Hey, we got it back! Nice! Sweet, we just shuffled that back in. Okay. Let's play that out now. Activate that. We're just gonna have so many of those guys in our hand. No one can stop us. Alright, cool. Alright. Well. This is just gonna keep getting worse. Pay that. Pay that. And make that... Wait, no. Consume, you. Put that there. That might be part of our play here, just go for morale. We will generate more than them. In theory, at least. That's... Now we got the dude with consume at the front. He's just gonna eat these all up. That's not a problem. Alright. Things are looking better. Things are looking okay. Alright. The insectoids start coming. And they don't stop coming. Alright, let's get him out. These blank demons, we're just going to start piling into the assault zone. We don't care if they die. We're just going to buff them up a little bit, apply some pressure. He's exhausted, that's okay. Varnash, trigger again. Let's shuffle that back into the deck, see what else we can get. Caretaker. Brilliant. Let's move you back now. We can actually start pumping out the beasts as well. Let's throw you at the back here. they're getting a bit iffy here. A Warpath and a Sleepers. I don't think they have anything that they can do to like board wipe us at this point. I think we're okay. We are going to get a bunch of free damage out though, which is nice. Is there a big bomb or something coming? There's just more insectoids. Yeah, that's totally fine. Rakal is real good here. Oh my god, Rakal. It's because all those are going to become 2s. I'm going to consume all of them and just... That's a free meal. That's a free meal, baby. Right, let's play this guy out. That's the consume one. That's the normal one. Normal one goes here. Consume one goes here. Actually, let's leave one of the consume ones here in the back. Just in case some weird board wipe comes out that I'm not expecting, he'll be chill, at least. At minimum. Alright, let's buff you, and you can throw away that. We have so many demons. Alright, now he knows he needs to start defending. Cool. Alright, here we go. He's just starting to go. He's probably going to Calamity in the can. I'm not too upset by the idea of a Calamity, to be frank. Alright, in the next couple of turns I'm going to try and make sure that at least my hand stays healthy. So even if he does pop a Calamity, I'll be much stronger on the reset with much higher health, morale, and hand size. Do we just say fuck it and throw out a spawn? Well, hold on. Here's the big brain play. We increase our resources by 1. Make him think that we got the Calamity. Consume, non-consume. Yeah, we'll play that out, I guess. Wait, no, we don't want to play that out. We want to use... No, we want to play that out. That's... We can't use Vanash because we've got nothing to trigger right now. Gather the Weak hasn't been played. We'll play it next turn, I guess. Spawn pops out. Oh, we got the Flame Dawn ones. What do these boys do again? They all gain charge. Okay, that's a potential problem. Also, did they not take damage? Is that something that another one of these is doing? I feel like they should have taken damage. They didn't though. Okay, where are the buff ones?
You are going to love this.
You reckon?
You will love this next move.
There. Consume. Oh! Okay. Well, I think that's it. Alright. So there's a flying one. Let's see, of course. Jesus, that's good. And we just get swarmed by bugs here. So the deck just constantly keeps bringing out bugs, buffing them. Huh. I've just had an idea for an insect deck. Alright. I'm curious and I want to make this now. Oh my god, we're still alive? Okay. Blink. Okay, 5. Activate that. I mean, this is kind of a useless trigger at this point, but we do it anyway. Did we trigger that already? Yes, we did. Alright. No! He shielded the death ray! Oh, we got the death ray! Alright. Now, I don't think we're gonna survive the spell here. Let's see how this goes. Whoop. Yep, we're good. Just had to think about it for a sec. Throw that away, make another demon. Nine 11. 11-11. 13-11. 15-11. 17-11. 19-11. 21-11. 23-5. Okay. Awesome.
We go again. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we gaming. Good game, yo. If you left the angel guy in the support zone, that would have been yours, by the way. That death ray is the only thing that saved me there. Alright. Good game, well played. Oh, thanks. Getting all the birthday love today. Feels good. Double XP weekend, by the way, everybody. Well, not weekend, more like hour period or whatever it is. We didn't really get clarity on exactly what that is. Alright, new deck. So I'm inspired here by bugs, because bugs are great. So, insectoid. What? Okay, fine. Oh, right, you can do that to search the types, right. So now I type in insectoid. There we go, that's better, that's better. If it's commander, any deck, you may only have insectoid characters in your deck. Does that include the command zone? It does not. Okay. Because here's my idea. Genesis. I think it's Genesis. Or is it Sleepers? Whenever a character is raised from the graveyard under your control, that. There we go. So with a bunch of unending swarmers, they're going to raise as a 3/3 and then become a 5/5. Free buff. And if they die again, oh, they just become a 5/5 again, I guess, because it's a set, not a reset. Okay, still. Alright. Is there anything else that we want to grab for this? Well, if we have two of these, mirror. Mirror. Hold on. Mirror. I think you need to take Genesis for the Infested Scav. Right. That does limit my options a bit. Okay, let's go check out Genesis. What are our options here? Secure Constructor. Okay, sacrificing doesn't cost morale, does it? I think that's the way that works. So, if we have Secluded Constructor, what we can do, right? Wait for these things to start coming back. With the Infested Scavenger, it makes them artificial. And then we start using them to buff other bugs, and then they just keep coming back. I think that might be the play. This is an awful idea, I know. I'm real excited by it though, so we're gonna give it a shot. Alright. So let's just chuck a couple of those in. Scarab Spybug is interesting because it's not like a traditional Swarmer Insectoid, but it's still an Insectoid. So we'll keep that. Tinker? Mechanize. I like the idea of a Tinker or two. Gotta get those ones. Control Temporal Anomaly. Meh. Wait, hold on, let's think about this. Which of these, do any of these have deploy effects? I don't think they do. Sure, Fear. Let's go 3 of those, why not? Field Graves, nah, not really. That isn't that bad, but I don't know. Also weird that that's an Ascension card, and I swear I've never seen this one before. It's not new. We don't have new cards anymore. We've got all the cards in the game. Why does it feel new? I like to throw in a cheeky Dragon Collar. No one expects Dragon Collar these days. It's a fun little tide swinger. Attack on Swarm, pay 1, exhaust. Perfect, we'll grab a couple of those. Consume 2s, good. Unending Swarmers, you're the ones we absolutely need. Vigilance charge. Big buff. Oh my god, Decrepit Crystal! I totally forgot it! So, we're gonna bring back a 3-3 that becomes a 5-5 that becomes a 9-9, and if we have any other insects on the field that do any AoE buffs, oh my god! Decrepit Crystal! I keep forgetting how much I love this card! Ah! Alright. Alright. Ascended Swarmer is good for the finisher. Do we want to have a Landstead? Do we have any locations at the moment? We have you're an artifact. Landstead. Exhaust an artificial. Target power. So if we put all of our buffs from Secluded Constructor onto a specific thing, we can start copy-pasting its stats basically onto everything else. That feels good. Is it good? What other locations do we have? At the end of the turn, creates a zombie. For each character that died. Okay, alright. They're not insects. Importantly, they're not insects. And also, it's creating them, which means that it doesn't trigger Infested Scavenger, and it doesn't trigger Decrepit Crystal. It's just a bunch of 4/4s. And we don't have anything that would buff everything, so they would stay as 4/4s, essentially. Skittering Tide is decent. That helps us. It'd be fun if we had a time for fun in there, just to make it that we could place things in our deck that weren't insects. I mean, we'd have no control over what those things were, but we'd have it. Explore. Could do Cerealia, Coralic. Where's Coralic? I think that might be a 2 purity, because I'm not seeing it at the moment. And that sounds like something that would be up here. Let's grab one of these just in case. Yeah, I'm not seeing Coralic. Yeah, we only got 1 purity at the moment, sadly. I wanted to grab 2. We didn't end up finding the budget for it. So which location did we end up grabbing? Do we have one yet? We don't? Okay. I don't necessarily value these 4/4s. I'm not keen on that, so I want to try out Landstead first off. Grab 2 of them. Okay. Bugged out. save. Alright, let's see how this goes. Invalid deck. Huh? Is Secluded Constructor 2 Purity? Yeah, I'm so excited to see this deck builder improved. No, that's 1 Purity. That's 1 and 2. We've got both of them. All the units are all insectoids. Oh, does Swarmer Broodlord not let you do... It says in your deck. It doesn't say... Ah, that's just made things so much less interesting. It specifically says deck. It's command zone. You can't have the spy bug in the deck. You actually can. Dude's an insectoid. Real cute, real under the radar there. This should probably be filed as a bug. Yeah, I'm going to quickly report that in our private little Discord area. Alright, filed that one away, so either it's a bug and it'll get fixed, or that's the way that we want the card to work and the text will get changed. I'm not 100% sure which way that's going to happen. That just gives you more reason to use Time for Fun. I mean, I gotta try and get these Secluded Constructors. I gotta get them somehow. What Smack is. Right, let's just jump into a match with that. Want to play some games. Want to have a great time on my birthday. I'm excited for a milkshake later on today. That's my birthday present to myself. I also got them Tim Tams, which, right, that's not an international thing. Tim Tams are like chocolate-coated biscuits. They're delightful. I mean, it's weird thinking about how the rest of the world just doesn't know the glory of Tim Tams. They look at me like I'm weird. I look at them like they're weird, for they do not know the glory of Tim Tams. We had a democracy sausage recently. The world just doesn't know what that is. They just don't get it. Man, Australia's weird. We got some stuff going on here. Now to jump into the educational part of the stream. The democracy sausage is a tradition that we have here in Australia that whenever there is an election, we host sausage sizzles, which is basically like a community group ran barbecue where the only thing you can get is a sausage on bread with some sauce. That's all you can get. That's the only thing they sell. And sometimes cans of drinks, I guess. And, you know, it's only like $1 or $2, so it's good value. Helping out the local community. And, yeah, you go and vote, and then you have a sausage when you're done. It's your democracy sausage. And also, voting here in Australia is mandatory, so, you know, you get fined big time if you ain't voting, which means everyone wants to make sure that they got their votes in, and
Ooh,
people getting them democracy
easy.
sausages.
It's a close one.
I'm up against Batman today. Interesting. Okay. Navi. Interesting. I don't think I've seen this in play. I'm weary. Okay. Proctor. Oh. Alright, we did it! We beat Batman, ladies and gentlemen! Woo! Good game. Yeah, that Navi was his win card. I was very aware of that. After reading the cards, I was like, you win the game? Okay, that's gonna be a problem. But no, apparently I'm just that amazing that I didn't even have to worry about it. I just win like that. Alright. Let's see how we go this time. Good game, Batman. Who was he? Who we got this time? Hey, we got Kevin! Welcome! I believe the dude recently returned to the Patreon campaign. Yeah, and he's streaming in the channel too. Awesome. Alright, we got Proctor, Beck, Dragon. Oh, it's a Dragon's deck. Alright, Dragon's deck. How do we beat a Dragon's deck? I reckon we just play it as per normal. No. Support drone onto that. Alright. Maybe play that there. We don't have the... Blank. Yeah. Let's get a little Timmy out there. Support from that. Okay.
Oh, damn. Batman's in the chat. Now I feel intimidated.
I just beat him. I mean, he did surrender on turn 1, so I don't think that's beating, but still, I think it counts.
Maybe he's following the Batman rule of never kill anyone.
Apparently Batman's been playing a lot today, which is awesome to hear.
Nice.
What if Red totally snitching on you there? Sorry, Batman. Ooh. Misinformation. Alright. No, I actually really like that as a card, but the thing is, it's usually just killed off and it's kind of bad. Do I want to mechanize? Oh, if I mechanize the spy, I can start buffing him with a letter. Okay. Don't kill the... Oh, jeez. I wanted that. Rude. Alright. It's the fortress, so I do need to make sure he hits the fortress. Alright.
Oh yeah, got a screen sheet.
Okay, I think I'm gonna blink. Hey. No, just buff that, I guess. Oh, actually, hold on. No. Buff that. There we go. Alright, we got the misinformations in the deck. We're doing it. Paladin into armor would be chunky. No, no, no. I'm playing on bigger levels here. Hopefully this works. So now... Oh, that didn't work because it was a invalid target. Okay. But that's fine. Okay, heck. I hate that I'm gonna have to do that, but I need to do that. Is there anything from the deck we want to get back? From the discard, I meant, sorry. Let's go Paladin. No distraction druid. 6, 12, 14. In theory, that should live unless something gets played out. And, oh, nope, they both retreat, so that lives. Awesome. Alright, cool, cool. You here, put you there, throw you out, do that there. Astatoth. Let's just draw a card, I guess. Dope, Fleeting Footman. We can use that. Yeah, that's everything. Here. So that means that's gonna die, and that's gonna die. Why aren't you letting me sacrifice you? While deployed! Oh, I'm an idiot! I can't read cards! Oh, just read it! Oh. Okay. That's fine. Bam. There we go. Now it's gonna actually do the thing. Put you there. Tinker you, I guess. Oh my god, I'm just... Okay, so he's looking for things in the deck. Those two things are going to retreat. Split a light. Nice. We can actually get some things on the board now. Acetoth. Move you here. Do I mechanize it? 11-7. I think I tinker it at least. That's gonna kill me when he gets to 11. Oh no. Oh no. If he just buffs himself and then swings it out. Okay, heck. Alright. We're done buffing things. Or are we? Boing. Doing. Recycle. Support drone is fun. And do we just give him a jetpack? Don't worry, 11 isn't a number. Siege break, give off. Okay, so do we just give Iberian a jetpack? Or do we keep anti-air missile? Because we can jetpack into anti-air missile to guarantee kill something if we really want to. But at the same time, I think this is just going to be like impossible to stop. And now, yeah, I think that's just it for him. Give him a jetpack. Oh, I forgot he's unstoppable. Nice. Yeah, so we managed to take that just slightly earlier. Good game, Kevin. Alright. Missing things. Alright, cool, that's all good. Alright, jump back in. So I was going to, over the weekend, make a fun little video just out of my own time, not doing anything professional for Lightmare. It was just going to be like one of those other fake ads, because I like making the fake ads. I think it's really fun and it helps break up the stream a little bit. And I was going to make one about how today is Jason's birthday, but like I quickly became very demotivated by that idea, under the idea that like I would use it once and then it would never again be seen. That kind of sucks. Alright, you know what we could do? Hold on. Let's ask Agent Quail. Alright. Sent through message to him. See what he says. In the meantime, let's take a look at some more weird deck ideas. I need more weird deck ideas, because like there's some pretty cool, crazy stuff that's possible. let's go new. Well, first off, is there a gimmick we want to build around? Also excited for Dylan to get this deck builder loading thing fixed. Make it more optimal. He's got to do that. Come on, Dylan. Alright. So what are the ideas we got here? Are there any faction combinations that seem good that I just haven't tried yet? Genesis and Cult of Raw. Cult and DoD is Ultimate Control, I've done that. Cult of Raw Exiles for overcharge stuff. And demon stuff. We've tried that. Sleepers DoD. What's that like? Sleepers DoD. Is just that it feels like the word tug of war comes to mind. Like it just slowly pushes over your opponent, defending their stuff and just slowly overwhelming you. Gimp yourself with Sleepers Overseers. Nice. I mean, there's no... I don't think there's any Sleeper Overseers cards in the new Intrigue set, but there is one in the following set after that that's currently being worked on that looks pretty gross and is a pretty crazy moment in the story and lore and stuff that's happening, so yeah. Actually, you know what? I just realized I'm going to put myself off of push to talk so I can just talk to other people in the chat. Alright, there we go. People should now be able to hear me. Oh. See, yeah, as I was saying to the stream, and now I want to share it with everybody else, because that feels appropriate. Yeah, there's no Sleepers / Overseers cards that I can remember in the next set, Intrigue. The following set, though, there is one, and it's a pretty crazy and kind of important moment where the Sleepers and the Overseers clash, and it's going to be real interesting. The card itself is kind of gross, but that's just kind of Cat's style. They're so good at making things that are just unnerving and disgusting. Like, hold on. I want to quickly show off. If you haven't seen this new Critter card, it's crazy. And there are cards that are much worse than it that have been created recently. So first off, Glimpse the Nightmare. You see this, and you're like, okay, that's kind of messed up a little bit. Yeah. No, that's just where it starts. Profane Critter. It makes me feel so goddamn uncomfortable. I hate it. It's so cute, but it's so awful. And there are much worse cards than that on the way. And I could barely handle it. I have so much respect for Cat and their art, but like at the same time, I want them to make things that I enjoy, not things that elicit emotional reactions out of people, which is a valid form of creation. It just makes me uncomfortable, that's all. Admiral Obvious just says, concern. Me too, Admiral, me too. Also, I don't know if we premiered the new Zac card, but if you want to take a look at it, here it is so far. Plunder 1, Exile 6. If you pay the exile cost, Zac transforms into a 16/16 demon with flying and Plunder 1. Next turn, you may play cards with exile from your graveyard. So if you have things in the graveyard that have exile costs that you missed out on, and you didn't get the chance to play them, you can do that after you play Zac. Which is a pretty fun little idea and gimmick. It's going to be interesting to see if people can really bomb a field with just a bunch of exile plays. What card was that? The one we're looking at now, or the one that looks really gross? Because the one that looks real, little bit screwed up is the profane critter. That's profane critter. Oh, that's for sleepers and overseers. I'm not revealing the name of the card just yet. That's something that we'll be revealing like after Intrigue is fully out, like after the Kickstarter campaign and stuff. Like, you know, it's a future thing. I remembered that it existed because the artwork only recently got like completed, so it's kind of fresh on the brain. Usually we're not supposed to talk about these sorts of things, but I can do what I like. It's my
Fresh
birthday.
on the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan's trying to be real clever here, and I don't appreciate it. He's giving away too much. Do we know what happened
You
to
started
Drayson?
it.
Let's check in, see if we can find Drayson, because it was a high cost, dude. When Drayson enters the deployed area, create an upgrade in your hand. Whenever you play...
So Jason, what he means is the glimpse of the past and that profane critter, they've disappeared from my deck builder. Like, you can see Darson, I cannot. For some reason, they've disappeared. You can only see them because of your dev powers.
Interesting.
Well, you would get the Nebulin.
Just give me 1 sec. There's someone knocking at my door! Who could that be?
This is in trouble now.
All good. Alright, back to. Alright. I want to see if Agent Coil wants to get in here and premiere something to the world, because he loves doing that. Hold on. One moment, I'm just going to quickly mute myself.
Are you tired of trying to play your games and being stuck waiting for an opponent to make their move? Are their turns taking so long that you can prepare a 3-course meal in the time that it takes for their turn to process? Well, luckily, the future scientific minds at Lightman Studios have devised a great new system, simultaneous turns. Now, while your opponent is making their turn, you're making your turn at the same time, and everything resolves at once. Use this to outplay, outsmart, and outmaneuver your opponents. For more information and to get involved, check out InfinityWarsClassic.com.
Sorry about that, What If Red. Yeah, so this is another card that we're looking at. I'm considering the idea of, like, its morale coming down to a 5 is a decent-ish idea. Its cost going to a 5 might also potentially be on the cards. I'm not sure. That's just kind of something that we're just going to play by ear. Who else is messaging? Oh. Everyone dropping in the happy birthday loves. It's great. It's awesome. I'm glad that I didn't take today off. I usually take my birthday off. It's usually like a little bit of a sacred day. It's like, oh, today's about me. I decided to share myself with the world today. It's been real nice. Loving the birthday love. But yeah.
Here's some birthday love for you, Jason. Happy birthday.
Hey, Coil. Thank you. Welcome, my friend. I believe that you wanted to share something with the world today.
Well, first off, happy birthday. That's what I want to share more with the world.
Awesome. That was his announcement, everybody. Agent Coil.
There you go.
Thank you for stopping by. He did it.
That's it. Yes, I'm just waiting to hear a confirmation that Agent Miria is watching the stream because she's just struggling trying to get it working.
Right.
Before we do the reveal, but she doesn't want to come onto the stream necessarily. But yeah, it'd be good to do both the reveals because the cards do synergize.
Nice.
That's the whole idea of them.
So we're doing a 2-for-1 reveal.
Sorry?
We're doing a 2-for-1 reveal.
2-for-1 reveal because they do work together, so we might as well just show them both off. And yeah, the idea is also to experiment with a bit, creating some more synergy between specific cards. But yeah, I will just confirm that she's there. Just give me a moment. I'm just going to double check.
Sure thing. I'm just going to
I'll be back.
talk about.
I'll be back in a minute. So talk away.
Yep, easy.
Yep.
Actually, let's take a quick check-in. I'm going to ask the stream and just everybody here at the moment, what do you guys think of Scintilla? Now, Scintilla is one of the new cards that we got for Intrigue, and they're actually originally created from a Kickstarter backer who backed the Infinity Heroes project. So they actually got to custom create a card that became canon, and now they have a bit of a backstory and they're a kind of an important character and stuff. But the problem is that it has multi-strike 3, which isn't really something that we've seen before, and I've seen a lot of decks that make and take advantage of that by buffing him up to like 20 attack and then giving him a jetpack, and that's 60 damage flying overhead in the form of a single character. It's kind of crazy. Volume got dropped by like 20% on Twitch, Jason. As in mine? I don't think I did anything for that. Yeah, my microphone's up to maximum. It's still the same amount of distance away. I'm not 100% sure there. Scintilla is fine. If anything, he's weak, really. You don't think he's necessarily that strong? I thought he was one of the higher echelons of characters. Also, one thing I will quickly note. Traditionally, our cards are created with a very specific number of frames in them, so that way they can play back at a certain speed and stuff. The problem at the moment is that this card was accidentally created before I fully understood what those were, and as a result, he actually has one of the longer animations in the entire game, just because I asked for it based on when he asked for it, and I didn't know that that was going to be a big deal, and I think it ended up being a little bit more expensive as a result when we outsourced that artwork. Just because I didn't know that was a thing. That was like my early days of being a part of Lightmail. One of the first things I did at the company was getting this card made. And yeah, now I know that we want things that loop easier and things that are shorter, basically. It was worth the mistake. I agree. It's a happy little accident.
I agree with that as well. Obviously, we're trying to do a lot on a tight budget, but we're trying to put the best cards we can out, and that's why once we go live to public, we can start raising the bar on cards, art, and stuff like that as well. As we actually start monetizing the game, which we haven't. Like obviously, the Patreon is a form of monetization. We are deeply grateful for every person who is a patron, but you obviously want to make it available to as many people as possible, which is good part of the reason why we're going with the CTCG model as well. So there's no more excuses from our mates, and I say our mates because I live the same thing, right? Like I'm actually one of the biggest enthusiasts when it comes to games. So one of the things I do with my spare time all the time is just tell my friends about games. And yeah, one of the things that's come up is, it is a big investment to get into card games, and now there's no longer that requirement to at least be competitive, which is awesome. So yes, we have Agent Mirior on the stream, watching the stream. She's watching us now. She doesn't want to come into the room. But,
is it her birthday too, or?
It's not her birthday yet. Not for another 8 months. Yep.
Okay. Happy birthday when it's your birthday, Muriel. When it gets there.
Yeah. Cool. And so let's do it. Let's do the reveal. So there's a bit of background before we do the reveal. I've had the idea for this card since I first started making Agent Coils back in the day, and then I believe there was also a recent Agent Oprah card that came out.
That was
fantastic. You get a coil. You get a coil. Well,
everyone gets a coil.
Let's reveal the card.
All right, scrolling on down. You guys may have seen this very briefly pop up, which is why I panicked and scrolled past it, because it hadn't been revealed yet. But here we go. Agent Coil Synergy. If Agent Coil Synergy is in play, all Agent Coils are no longer unique. For each character, any Agent Coil kills, give Agent Mirior +3/+3. If Agent Coil Synergy is a commander, ignore Purity for any cards named Agent Coil. So this is,
the owner is perfect. It's just come onto stream from Admiral Fierce. Yes.
This is Agent Coil now having tribal, basically, with himself.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So there you go. So those who wanted to, I've actually both myself and Agent Mirror have born to make Agent Coil decks recently as well, and thought it would be pretty cool. So there's another idea, another inspiration for it. So, the idea of this card is to synergize specifically with obviously Agent Mirior, which we're going to reveal in a second, SRN 347. We're just about to reveal Agent Mirior to go alongside this card because they do work as a pair. So let's do that. Let's have a look at Agent Mirior as well. Sure. So you can see Agent Mirior on the background there on that card. So this is the first of the first time we've had an Agent Coil with a guest on the card. Not a guest, but a partner in crime and in goodness.
Also,
based on
as
how
a
you're
note,
feeling.
This artwork was actually revealed a year and a half ago, and nobody really noticed anything. They just thought it was a really cool artwork. They didn't know that this was actually us teasing a card that was slated to be released much, much later on. So yeah, Agent Mirior.
Yes,
For each character Agent Mirior kills, give all Agent Coils in play +1/+1. And you can pay 2 to choose one, either dealing 3 damage to a target character your opponent controls and healing your fortress for 3, or healing a target character you control by 3 and damaging your opponent's fortress for 3. So yeah, this is Agent Mirior, and as you can see, the two cards do have a fair bit of synergy with each other, with Agent Mirior finding ways to buff coils, and also, heal them and stuff. And also Agent Coil having ways to protect and buff up Agent Mirior.
Well, Dead Lord, if you want Agent Oprah, you can actually just change the art, because now it will be a you get a coil, you get a coil, and you get a coil.
I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Hold on.
That could be That's the best flavor text we can put on the card, legitimate flavor text. But anyway, let's take in the card now for a second. There we go. Now, around for Agent Oprah. Here it is.
Okay, no, I gotta take that off, or I'm just gonna be laughing the whole time. This is supposed to be a serious reveal. Sorry.
Agent Oprah synergy. No, we're gonna have fun. Why do we play games, not just to win?
Sorry.
No. I'm all for the Agent Uber. Just we don't have the licensing to make it permanent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the synergy there. There's the big reveal. Yeah, I'm just lagging a little bit on the stream, so there we go. Yes. Should be fun. You can make a card deck now if you want, Jace. So, yep, kudos to Agent Muriel, who was also involved in some of the design process as well for her card and for this card as well. And yeah, we should see some interesting / trolley decks come out of it. I've started building it up now myself as a deck, but yeah, it's looking pretty interesting at least. So you could do some interesting combos with it. It's also likely going to be 4 hybrid purity because he's meant to be able to choose which period out of the 4 that are represented on the card. But we'll get that looked at later before it goes live.
It might be the first time that's ever actually happened in one of these, but that's still pretty crazy. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It is a pretty expensive card, as you can see. It's a 9 cost, but it's finally a decent strength Agent Coil to start with. But he does not transform into a dragon, so not that you'll be scant for options for dragons after putting him in your deck. So I found there's some interesting synergy you can create with the one after that, Jace, the third one. Yep.
Assimilator?
When you put one of them. The one that transforms everything into undead and artificial.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'd lean heavily on Assimilator. And yeah, I mean, Firestarter is just an amazing card. So up to you how you build your deck, though, Jace. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Some pretty cool options.
So we've got all the
Especially
agents in line.
Canonize. Well, technically that was only 2 Agent Coils traveling through the different worlds. But we'll get to learn more about that when the lore video comes out for that.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I'm so excited by the...
I've actually planned out a full redesign of the Agent Coils for a while. I've had them in the log there for about a year. But we want to, again, we don't want to be focusing on, I've said this before, we don't want to be focusing on redoing cards or updating cards unless it's necessary and it's going to make a massive difference to the game. That's why we did the Exiles and we've held off on doing anything else because we just want to get the game done, so or at least out to public before we start doing balancing.
Like, I think one of the things we could potentially say is that we would need to take a look at, I think there was something that was one higher in the priority, which was just the champion mechanic at the moment with the Overseers. So, like, you know, Agent Coils are on the list, but there are other things that are slightly higher on that list. So, yeah, don't expect them to get action straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if Coil really wants us to.
Yeah, and just to give you guys an idea of what I'm thinking already with the Agent Coils ahead of time, it's mainly to have what they were originally intended to be. So they were originally intended to be evolving cards, and I think if someone had an issue with there being too many keywords or something, if I remember from like 10 years ago now, there was an issue with like having them carry over their stats. I think it might have even been an engine thing as well, if I remember correctly. It was an issue with having them be able to carry over some of their particular stats, but the idea was that they were to evolve into the dragon, keep the the abilities that the Agent Coil has, and have each of the dragons have an actual fair bit more personality than just turning into a 25/25 unstoppable dragon. Like, we would balance it, of course, as well, and we would obviously the dragon of the Summer Flame, it would have triple strike, but it certainly wouldn't have 25/25 as its damage and attack. Sorry, attack, damage, and health. So yeah, obviously whatever we do will be balanced, and we'll be getting your feedback and stuff on the design and the ideas for some of that stuff as well, because it's a major rework. While this isn't released to public, guys, if there's any other ideas you have around what we can do with the card, or with Agent Muriel as well, let us know. Other than changing the art to Oprah, please.
So, Admiral was just asking, as I was saying, about any ideas on how we're going to handle the champion mechanic, and I was literally just saying that on the stream as he typed it, so I can give away a little bit at this point. For example, the mechanic itself is something that we want to keep. Like, we're not removing the idea of champion, because that's going to require a whole bunch of rework and redesign, so the champion idea is something we want to keep, but its current power level and its current interactions seem a bit, well, for lack of a better word, lame. It's just a keyword at this point that doesn't do anything. And the original design around the champions is that they would be, you know, these one singular, more powerful people that would actually have a profound effect on the game state and gameplay once they're actually played. One of the options that I only actually recently came up with, that I haven't actually had the chance to talk with our behind-the-scenes advisors and Ruben, because he's been away. I haven't had the chance to talk to anyone about it, so I'm just going to pitch it here. If you like it, let me know. When you play a champion, every single champion has what is called a champion effect, which will only trigger when they are the only champion in play. So you can have multiple champions out, and you can do tricky things to, like, you know, put out a box to make one of them blip away, triggering the other champion's champion effect, and, you know, it's up to you how you want to play that. Additionally, whenever you play a champion, you may opt into a trigger that allows you to take another champion from the field and remove it back to your hand. So if you want to change out which champion effect you have at any certain single point, you can do that just by playing them from your hand, and it kind of functions similar to the way that it did in the old IW1. It feels like it might be adding a little bit of complexity to the idea of the champion mechanic, but it also raises the skill ceiling by a whole bunch and gives us a bunch of new design space to work with in how we make future champion cards, and even what we do to the current ones, because they're probably going to need a little bit of a balance pass and changeover once we implement those mechanics. Coyle, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I've had to take a phone call in the background. But maybe you can recap it, because we've had a few people come on the stream as well. Just recap it for me and for everyone else who's just recently joined.
Right.
But yeah.
So the champion mechanic, which is an Overseers of Solace mechanic, is one that was originally designed to make it that you could only have one champion out at any single time. And if you played a champion while another one was out, it would just take the old one and put it back into your hand. That was the original design, but it was a little bit lazily implemented according to a bunch of feedback that I've been able to visit on. So at this stage, I want to try and find a way to, you know, allow for that sort of playstyle and mechanism to actually work without limiting the design space. And the idea that I had was changing champion so that every single person who had the champion tag had a champion effect, which would only trigger when they were the only champion in play. Meaning that you can play 2, 3, 4 champions out, that's completely fine, that's up to you, but it would only trigger the champion effect when there was one in play. And whenever you play a champion card, it would give you the option to take another champion card from the field and add it back to your hand. So if you wanted to try and manage which champion effects you wanted at what time, you could do that. But you could also use other things, like, for example, box. If you have 2 champions out in play, you can use the box to blip one of them away, and the other one's champion effect would now be triggered because it's the only champion in play. So there's a whole lot of different ways that you can actually use that, and it opens up a whole lot more design space to us in terms of what we could actually do. And as Admiral Obvious pointed out in the Twitch chat, it sounds fun, but it would be hard to keep in line with balancing. I pretty much agree with you there. The idea that we could help to supplement these is just by increasing morale costs of all the champions, because, you know, they're a champion. If they die, you're gonna be sad about it. Like, that kind of makes sense.
What you could also do is it would cost you morale to swap out your champion.
That's not a
So
bad
it might
idea.
even cost 5 morale to take it back to your hand. Otherwise, you don't get that ability.
And that would synergize
Because there's
really well with
like
other
basically
things.
refreshed cards, right? You can pull it back to your hand and put it back out. But I imagine it would keep its stats when it goes back to its hand, right?
Yeah, it would keep its stats, but you'd have to repay the cost when you summon it again.
Yeah, but then like you couldn't just heal it by bringing it back to your hand. You'd have to. Yeah. Yeah. Then in the case of, I think it might just work itself out. But you might, maybe want to bring in like a 3 cost to morale or something small to just sort of balance out that fact. But they're pretty heavily designed. From what I remember, they're pretty strong cards as well. So you're having a few. You'd have to either reduce their strength or have a cost to having even multiple of them out, for example.
Well, the idea is if you have multiple out, none of them trigger their hero effect.
That's true. They lose that ability, right?
Yeah,
so,
it only triggers when they are the only champion in play. That's the only time that it triggers.
Yep.
So yeah, the idea of having multiple on the field is actually detrimental unless you have ways to like control and counteract that. The easiest one being box, but if you want to throw out other things like sacrifice, that's also an option. Or if you throw 2 champions into the assault
zone. A wall
zone.
of people. Exactly. You just throw it at a wall of people and then you'll die and then you get another one.
Yeah.
You get that other ability would become activated. So yeah, sounds good, man. I can't see any real flaws in that. And the last time you mentioned it a while back. So
this is kind of a new-ish idea. Like we've had different ideas from all over the place for the last year or so, but the thing is, champion isn't bad now. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. So the idea is, if we want to change this, it needs to be a provable, citable improvement, and not just changing it for the sake of changing it. So a lot of the ideas that we've had have been, tabled and written down and put on the back burner sort of thing, because none of them were, like, clear improvements. And this is one of the first ideas that I'm like, that actually could be good, sort of thing.
Great, sounds good. And a bit of a shout out / question. We have somebody else streaming their game, Kevin Schulthes. So I'm just curious. Are they? And it's got a bit of a wave, I think. So shout out to you, Kevin. Are you streaming on Twitch? Or are you just streaming on the Discord? Don't know if you can say anything on the channel.
On Discord.
Just on Discord. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. So anyone who's watching the stream at the moment, feel free to jump in the Discord. We will be ending the stream soon-ish, and if you want to keep watching some Infinity Wars Classic, Kevin might be here to entertain you.
And yeah, so this is a good time for any AMAs as well. If anyone's got any questions, we are pushing hard to get there, guys. We just want to get this UI rework done because we want to make the biggest impression we can on, even on our own players as well as any new players that come on thanks to the Kickstarter. So why we've delayed it a bit more. That and just a couple of small things we want to just nail out, make sure there's very minimal desyncs, if at any, would be good.
I did just message you a quick thing. I don't know if that's something you want to mention, but if it is...
Okay, so what I'll say is that it's coming out as soon as possible. So we're looking at potentially, and this is not a promise, but single-digit weeks. So, and that's if everything goes exactly to plan, and things nearly never go exactly to plan, right? But things are looking very good for us to do that soon. So if anyone hasn't signed up I would imagine everyone watching the stream at the moment has signed up for the pre-launch on Kickstarter. Please do that. You guys know about the model that we're going for as well, so it is something that you can share with anyone else that might be excited to try it out as well with you. Because the game is we've redesigned the whole model of the game to make it so that people can be invited along to the game and not feel intimidated by having to collect all the cards.
Legitimately,
I'll just
over
get
the
intimidated
weekend,
by seeing 800 cards that they can all use. But I'd rather them be intimidated that way than the other way of like, I need to grind away for the next 1,000 hours just to get all the cards because I don't have any money, or I have to spend thousands of dollars in the game just to get all the cards. So, or to get access to all the cards. So yeah, please do share it with your friends. That's how we're going to get the message out about this game. We don't have $1 million budget for advertising. But we are doing something very different, and we are shaking up a change in the industry, which will have some legs because of that. Thanks for everyone's support, really. And are there any other questions from the group?
I don't have a question, but I have a quick little mini announcement. We officially hit 300 followers on the Kickstarter page over the weekend. Yay!
Ooh.
We did it!
Nice.
Awesome.
Well done.
I was hoping to
Thanks,
get
everyone.
that done before the Friday meeting, so I could have been like, we did it, 300, but I was like, yep, 299. It was less less fun. But oh well,
Just-
now I get to do it on the next Friday, man. Like 300, yay! Admiral Obvious
He
pushed the
pushed the
button.
button.
Thank you for pushing the button,
The
good
obvious
sir.
button.
Thank you for your service. You can't see it, but I just saluted the camera. Thank you for your service.
Have we've revealed Candid already?
We have not. We were going to
It's
be
not
doing
then.
that after the trailer reveal.
I just saw her flash up on the stream, so if anyone wants to see it, they possibly could. But yeah, cool. We'll do it when? Sorry.
The idea was that the trailer would be revealing the actual card itself.
Yeah. Okay, well, you might want to take it off your dev account so it stops showing up. Yeah,
It's not showing up.
they're going to be more pre-built decks. Yes, and we will be taking suggestions as well on those as well, guys. So please do that. We will be tracking your name as well. We won't probably have the design space to set it up. We might be able to do the deck designer on the deck, on the pre-made decks. Make a note of that, please, Jace, to see if we can. It shouldn't be that hard to acknowledge the designer of the deck as well on the community decks that end up making it into the pre-built decks. Say it up at the start. Just because you make it into the pre-built decks now doesn't mean we might rotate that deck out later on. Of course, we don't want to have too many decks on there, but certainly we want to showcase anyone's decks. And now you can pick from any card to make the decks, guys. So go for it. You've been able to do that the whole time thanks to being backers. So
I mean, like, one of the,
the AI
potential ideas that I think Ruben came up with a couple of weeks ago was that we have a consistent 5 or so decks that are just always there in the default decks, and then we have another 5 that just constantly rotate in and out, and, you know, people can just go to that default deck and hit save, and now they've got it forever. So, you know, it's not like you're ever missing out if these things go away, and they will just, you know, come back later. So, yeah.
And you can always just export it and put it into the chat or give it to your friend. That's
Yeah.
why we've got the export facility there as well and the import. So yeah, definitely not going forever, but we want to keep it pretty tight on the pre-made decks and do a rotation optimally. Once we set that up as well. So to answer the question around the AI, it is something that I want to put some work into, but yeah, we just want to get at least, like we've got everyone going full out, like everyone's working on the UI at the moment and on different panels. We've designed it so everyone can work on different panels at the same time. So yeah, once we get that out of the way, it is right up there on the list. But just make sure, Jason, that it is. I'm pretty sure it's one of the ones on that list that we're going to send out to everybody in the survey. So yeah, we'll be sending a survey out this week, guys, to all the patrons, which will be a test of that survey, but it will still count all the results, and we'll also upgrade the survey at the same time. So we'll be doing our best job to quiz everybody as best as possible on how to improve the game, how to what we can do to make the game you guys want to play, and then designing the roadmap from there based on everyone's responses. So look out for the survey when it comes in. In particular, if you're watching the stream now, look out for when the survey comes in, because you'll be able to influence the actual survey and the questions that get asked. One of the questions will be, what other questions can we ask of 500,000 players to see what they want? And we'll be ramping up the emailing as well as we come closer to the launch date. Someone was going to say something. Was that Dylan?
Yep. So with the UI rework, I believe we do have it planned, so you will be able to set the AI's actual difficulty. And I believe now we have it on medium or something-ish, so you'll be able to ramp that up to impossible and get your ass beat by the AI.
Which will be able to predict the future because you can read the deck. So, that said, we do want to deal with some of the silly things like it targeting its own units and stuff like that as well. There's actual upgrades we need to make to it as well, but that might be a bit of a bigger pass because it might be on an individual card level that we need to make those changes. So I'll have to talk with you about that further, Dylan, because I'd imagine you might be the one who's working on all of that. So anyway, we'll
recently play out 4 units, and then the following turn move all the units to the assault zone and mass death itself, and I was just like, oh my god. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it should have, like things like Mass Death should have a bit of a thing where it takes back half the cards or takes back all the cards with based on difficulty level. So we'll have a much bigger design chat around that stuff. It's just been we've been having little chats about what we can do with the UI, the AI as we go along. So yeah. And yeah, Admiral, this it's definitely the case. We want to make sure that it doesn't do really stupid things that no player should do. Unless we have it on super easy difficulty mode where it can target its own units.
Hey, question
Oh,
from
we got one
leadership guy.
from the leadership. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, welcome. How can we help you today?
Oh, he's stretching that question out. I love it. We're hanging on the edge of our seats. When you're waiting for a game, you can do other things? Yes, that is up the top of the list of all the things we are doing for the UI rework, is that you will have a queue, you'll be able to wait for that.
It is a part of the UI redesign. We can confirm that.
Fundamental part of it, so yes, absolutely.
Dylan, do you want to talk a little bit about that? Like, that's a system you've been working on personally, right?
Which part in particular?
Like being able to interact with other things while you're in queue.
Yeah, we've discussed the design of it. I don't think we've.
Yeah, you can talk about the design. There's been no issues we've heard of from a technical perspective to do it. Of course, guys. Again, this is all the stuff that we're aiming to do with it. If we can't do it for a technical reason, then we can't. But there's no real reason why we can't do a queue that we can wait and edit your decks in the meantime. We've actually talked about how we were going to do that as well. So there's a couple of ideas we have around either buffering the deck. I think our current idea that we've landed on is that if you're in the middle of editing your deck, when you go out of the game, it'll literally just take you back to the screen where you're editing the deck, and let you continue off from where you were before. And then with any other menus, it'll just take you back to the play menu.
Yep, that's one of the things. I think it was, if you've made changes to the deck, we've got to make it so if you haven't saved the deck, then you go in with the original deck you've chosen or something. We might make it so the deck you've locked in, you can't edit that or something like that.
Yes, definitely want to do that. We want to make it so you can't edit the deck you're taking in. So when you lock your deck in, when you lock yourself in, you won't be able to edit that deck anymore. So, that will stop that having any issues as well. You don't in the middle of making a deck change and it's just taking into a crap deck. That
definitely
might not
allow
even
you
be
to have.
Right. So, yes, definitely.
Definitely allowed to have
play base. So don't expect people to be playing on all the time, but obviously we'll be raising that concurrent number of players up. But one of the things we want to do is be able to make it so people can wait in the queue, and it will just flash up when you've or even just bring it to focus once you've matched with a player.
Yep. That definitely allow for a more seamless experience. Not less waiting around for people, as you know, the whole simultaneous turns is less waiting, so we've got to make everything else less waiting. And so we're definitely looking at the design of that.
Yes, I would love to be able to be sitting there waiting in queue and just playing my Vampire Survivors game while I say my, but because I've become so obsessed with the game that it's become one of my favorite games. It'd be good just to be able to play another game that's just a single player game or whatever while you're waiting, and then just pause the game when you match. So, of course, you'll also be able to find people in Discord as well. So come over to the channel and just put a message in looking for games if you want to find other players, as you've been doing already, guys. So. So there's no point in being able to edit your deck that you're playing with while you're waiting for the other person to click OK. One of the things I've been hammering on is people being not waiting for somebody to accept an invite, for example. So we're doing some things around that as well. But then the invite system, we've planned for notifications when you get invites just to come up in the bottom right hand corner there near the friends. You'll see a little notification pop up and flashed away after a few seconds saying you've been invited to a game. But that's the current plans for the rework, guys. Thanks for your questions.
Awesome. So we're about to hit our lunch break. Do you want me to just end up the stream now? What do you think?
Yes, thanks. Yeah.
Alright,
Yep.
fantastic. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Remember to hit that follow button if you are new here and if you are watching the VOD. I hope you're having a great time and, you know, hopefully you didn't waste too much time and you were watching this on 1.25 times speed or something. Hope you have a great day regardless. For all things Infinity Wars Classic, head to infinitywarsclassic.com. Make sure you pre-register at the Kickstarter campaign, which I hope all of you have already done. And yeah, we will have more big news happening over the next coming weeks. Hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Peace.